Hi, welcome to the Sacred Synthesis Conclave for this week. A happy, beautiful holiday season. I hope that you guys are doing super good, and I hope that all of this season just brings so much joy and so much connection to you guys. So, welcome. My name is Carla. I will be talking about set and setting and ceremony. Excuse me, I have a little bit of a thing going on. Anyway, yeah, so just a few announcements. We are having our last ceremony, Unity ceremony, Sunday on the 28th, and there's still plenty of time to register if you'd like to do so. We'll put the registration link in the details. Also, if you like these conclaves, if you like these topics, we do one every Thursday at the same time. So tune in no matter what day and what season we are here. Also, I think that's it. Yeah. So set and setting. This is an important topic because there are many ways there are many ways that you can go into ceremony or into just a space of sacrament. And I'm trying to keep my cat from jumping up here. And all of this really matters. Set is just literally your mindset, um, and setting is just where you are. So, if it's alone, if it's with other people, the bottom line is the psychedelic experience is it really all of these things shape the experience. And psychedelics amplify all of the subtle things that makes all of the things louder. A chaotic mind and a chaotic environment is just a mismatch, and many challenges can come from these types of mismatches. So it's an important topic. It definitely matters. The beauty is that we have the power to control these things. There are tools, there are ways of handling these things. So let's just generally, we're not trying to control the experience. We're just trying to make a safe container for the type of transformation that you need to go through, right? And it's your mind and having the safe container. So making sure that the person that's leading the ceremony, if that's what we're doing, is if you feel that person, that the vibe is good, you feel love and goodness when you look at a person, then that space will probably feel the same. It's just kind of one of those things. But yeah, you want to just, there are many different spaces that you get. So we will go into that momentarily, but there are many different spaces that you can do, like, these sacraments in many different ways. But we like to do it with reverence and really prepared and really safely, and all of these things. So the set is just literally your mindset. It's your mind and emotions. Where are you at right now? So just a question. How do you normally feel before a big experience or like a big change is about to happen? Do you feel like nervous? Do you feel scared, anxious, all of those, excited, sort of just another nervous. It's funny how they all intertwine, but recognize that what you're about to do may totally transform a whole aspect of you or aspect of your life or an aspect of your perception. So it is a big change, and it's totally normal to be absolutely nervous and sometimes absolutely scared, you know, but if you normalize it, it's sort of like becoming aware of something. When you become aware of it, it sort of takes the power away, and it may not make the thing stop happening right away. However, it helps, and it takes the power away. So, yeah, and just authentic honesty with yourself, I think, is a huge thing. You can't heal if you're hiding from things. And so all of these things, the mindset, being very honest with yourself, setting that space in your mind for the best transformation. Just stillness. There's many ways that you can do this. You don't have to be perfect to show up. You don't, and many people show up to ceremony and have a lot of things going on. And I don't say don't come. I don't say don't come, because sometimes within an hour or so that all of the things on that person's mind is just gone, and and so I'm just saying this is the path of least resistance, but it's Abraham Hicks. So it's just the easiest way to go through these types of experiences. Clearing your minds. A couple days before I would go into a ceremony space, I would start clearing my mind. Like the examples would be like putting your phone down. Meditation. I know it sounds so cliche and basic, but meditation is absolutely powerful. Becoming aware of what your thoughts are and like figuring out what's bothering you right now. Like right now, if I'm going to ceremony in 2 days, what is the things that could come up and really that my mind could just cling to completely and just take over the whole thing? What are those things? And building awareness around those things gives it less power. Period. And you can even be it can even be there, but it's there. So it's kind of like you've taken the power away. You're allowing it to be there without controlling you and you clinging to it. So try to put aside the things that are going strong in your mind. Drink lots of water, eat good food, eat you some good fresh food, drink some cacao. Spend some time in nature before you go to ceremony. Like let some of the energy go. There's many ways of doing this, but one of the things that I like to do is just go outside wherever the sun's facing, literally just like and just allow it. And I just envision, the sun just taking all the things that do not need to be here for this experience away from me. So there's many things you can do. You can lay yourself on the ground and do the exact same thing. You can do it with the sun. The sun's fire, just a big old fire. So, it all works and it all sets that tone for the emotional experience because it's an emotional experience for sure. So just a quick little like pre-ceremony reset, mental reset sort of thing that you could do would be something like take 5 deep breaths in or take 5 deep breaths and sit in silence. So when you breathe in, breathe out, and then immediately not don't it doesn't have to be a big thing, but immediately bring it back. You stay in that present moment and just sit in silence for a few minutes and notice any intrusive thoughts. Like, is there, because something will get you if it's there. Something will try to get you, right? Pay attention to what those are. And literally, you can literally say, it's just a piece of you. You have control of all of it. It's all you, right? So, literally, just say something out loud like, I love you, not now. I'll come back to you later. I'll come back to you later. Like put it away for a moment. I always tell people at ceremony, okay, leave everything at the door. You can have it if you want it when you get back, when you come back out, but it can't. You got to leave it at the door for now. So it's a big deal. And there's definitely certain mindsets that would be way better for a private ceremony, which we've done a conclave on private and group ceremonies before. You guys can go back to that. Very interesting, just good information. So, but yeah, not now. I'll come back to you later. A loving response, something that's not trying to push it away. The bottom line is remember why you're there. You're there for guidance, for a change in perspective, release what we're holding. We can't do that and entertain intrusive thoughts. Like it's just not, you can't do that. You can't do them both at the same time. So another piece of this would be intention setting. This is just my personal, I don't, I'm not the know-it-all of this, but this is my personal thoughts. So, intention setting to me has a big play on the mind and emotion. So, some people, let's just say you have an intention on show me everything. I want to see it all. Like some people go in and they're like, I want to know everything. I want you to take it all away, do whatever the thing is, right? And the verse that I'm going to kind of tell you the difference between these attitudes and sort of demands, right? There's like a demanding type of intention. And then there's one that's like, help me see where I need to change. Help me see where I need to grow. Help me see what I need right now. Help me see where I need whatever it is, but help me see. It's like a compass, not like a steering wheel. It's like it's not show me everything demands is not a good vibe for that type of setting. It comes from urgency and spiritual ego, and it's often rooted in I need to fix myself. I want the biggest experience so I can tell everybody about it and all these things. The issue with this is there's no pacing. There's no everything can be very overwhelming. It's better, not better. It's so yeah, it's so much better to go slow and with intentions like to go slow and grab like just show me something new maybe show me your love, like show me your spirit. Let me play with you for a night. Whatever. But it's a pacing thing, and it's boundaries too. It's a strange boundary thing too, but things need to come up slowly to not overwhelm you, or you'll never want to do it again. It'll be this terrible experience and all these things, and it really wasn't. It's just what you asked for. So yeah, that intention asks the medicine to flood your awareness. It's like turning on all the lights in the house at one time. So, and then also show me everything can overwhelm the nervous system. It totally leads to confusion, exhaustion, disassociation, difficulty integrating, feeling hopeless and helpless and like shattered sort of afterwards. It can do that. These are important things. So the difference between that type of intention and then help me see what I'm ready to heal, right? That comes from trust, from respect. It comes from trust and respect of the medicine. It's rooted in right timing, divine timing, trusting in the sacrament, trusting in yourself. It brings or like implies readiness, maturity, definitely maturity. I mean, I've seen people do all from here to there and all between, and you see it. It's this sort of a maturity that's like, I don't have to have everything all in one time because I know that this sacrament, this medicine will guide me for a long time. It's not all in one day. And it's easier to integrate. Like the whole point is integration. It's not necessarily the experience. It's what do I do afterwards, right? It's how do I change my life? How do I be better? How do I love? How do I be a better person? Help me be a better person. What a good intention. Anyway, all right. So it also offers like safety. So a big thing is safety, trust, and like surrender. Safe facilitators, a lot of support. Listen into your body and your emotions. It becomes safe to let go when you do these things. Surrender sort of becomes natural when you trust deeper and things become more. That's the bottom line. Trust is like the bridge that carries us between the fear and the anxiety to the healing and transformation. So, setting is just where you're at. It's just the place where you're at and what's going on around it, right? So, indoor setting is super comfy and cozy and like womb like, and lots of blankets and pillows and super comfy and bougie typically. It's a feeling of protection. It's good for the nervous system, I think, if you have the right, I'm saying the right setting, right? You don't want to like just go in anywhere and like have a bunch of, the bottom line, it has to be no distractions. It's very important for you to be able to experience this type of spiritual experience without like being worried that someone's going to walk in the door or somewhere weird something like that, or like you don't know where you're at, and very not the it's not the right it's not the right vibe. So anyway, when you're in a safe space with like facilitators that have created an entire space just for this, and it's complete magic. It is safe. The lighting is, obviously the facilitators are going to make sure the lighting is perfect. May change throughout the night as your experience goes, the here and there. The music is so important. It's a deeper inner focus when you're indoors. It's like this, we always see people when we do an indoor only, or if it's raining outside and we have to just stay inside because we have both. We always see people just laying there and it looks like everybody's sleeping or like taking a little rest. It's funny. But somehow, if we go by that fire outside, everybody's up dancing. It's like a whole different. I'm like, what is happening here? It's the setting has changed. So it's like, yeah. So inside is really good for like trauma release, emotional release, shadow work. It's an environment that stays stable. The facilitators are keeping it clean. They're working with all of the stuff that you don't even see, or you might see. I don't know. But and that environment allows you to lean or to relax into the experience. So super important. Outdoor settings. I can't say what's my favorite or what's not my favorite. It's just so good. So, like, I could talk all about this all day. Outdoor settings to me, if it's obviously there's some challenges. It could be cold, it could be hot, it could be this, that, bugs, whatever, whatever. However, there's a different you get to, inside, you don't totally get to do this, but outside, you get to have a relationship, deep and intimate, with nature, like with the fire, with the wind, with the earth, with all of it, with the stars. I'm gonna tell you a little quick story. I hope I don't get too far off, but I have my the other girl that facilitates with me in ceremonies. We do psilocybin ceremonies together here. She I am a fire bug. Like I am always in the fire. I don't look anywhere. Like my view is like that. Like I'm just laying down on my side sometimes, like looking at the fire. And she is always the exact opposite way, looking at the stars. So she has this. And one night I was like, bro, you're not even looking at the fire. Look at it. It's like purple and red and green, and it's so beautiful. And she was like, yeah, but just turn around and meet me where I'm at, right? And when I did it, it was like it went from little to like huge. And then I came back to the and then I just like turned my body, looked up and said, "Wow, what a beautiful experience to be able to go from that to that. It's so different." And then I did it again and came back, right? And so it's lets you see the vastness and the beauty of everything. And the wind comes and it flies around some of the embers in your fire and it's like, oh no. You know, it's like it's more there's things, there's a lot more wants to happen with music in these times as well. Like people want to bring a drum by the fire, like the fire loves the drum. So anyway, I'm not going to keep going on the fire. Bottom line is it's a more expansive relationship, I believe, or experience, I'm sorry, I believe, because it's just big. It's just so big, and there's so much, and you can put your feet on the ground. I mean, can't tell you how many times I've cried over the wind blowing in my face, and like, I'm just like, breathing it in. I'm just like, it becomes this honoring of nature. So that happens a lot out there. They just become from I remember 10 years ago, even, I didn't even look at trees as being alive. Like I didn't even just cared about work and money and those things. And all, in the last, since I've been working with sacrament, everything is alive, right? And I know it. And so you can play with it when you know it is. The more attention you give to the fire, you don't have to put chemicals in your fire. It will do things for you just because you gave it attention. It's a relationship you build with it. And it's the same with all of the elements. I'm just a fire bug, so I go with that. So other things are just laying face down on the grass and just who cares if an ant or whatever gets on you, like the bugs and stuff are another piece of this that's super beautiful. So just lay there and just breathe her in and breathe it, like it's a relationship that you build with all of nature. I recommend it. So it's an expansive experience. It's a you're with other people, so it's like a unifying experience as well. There's a lot of singing, a lot of playing instruments, and like whatever people feel like doing. Some people are just laying there having an experience. It's just a little bit different. The vibe, I'm going to tell you this just because I feel like it's important. When you're inside, see, I feel like the fire is one of the most important parts of all of ceremony. So many people don't even have a fire, but I think it's the most important part. So the beauty is that you can have that fire outside and you can also have all of the candles that are all connected to that one fire, right? Inside. So even though you're inside, you're still protected by the fire outside, if that makes sense. It's just something that I wanted to throw just for in case anyone was wondering. I mean, I'm sure that some people on here will be like, don't know what I'm talking about. And then some people will probably be like, they know all of these things. So hopefully you get what you need. So the two compared, inside and outside, is basically like when you want to do like deep work, trauma work, if you want to really be in a relaxed environment where there will be no I'm sorry there will be no big distractions, then and like more personal, deeper, intense and like intensity will happen inside. So you can, if that's the kind of it, that just happens in inside spaces more. But facilitators will use their tools. There's many tools that do things all night long, and they will, as you're inside, they will cleanse the space all night and hold space the entire time. So it is safe, it is clean, it is good. And then outside, it's more of an intimate relationship with nature and like a community vibe where most people are like sitting around the fire, talking, singing, instead of laying down and like processing the medicine differently. It's just two different things with those. But we already did this. We've compared this before, but one is deeper and more intense, basically. Yeah, set and setting, very important. I would suggest that if you're going to do any type of sacrament, that you go to a safe place, people that you trust. And, bottom line is just do some preparation. Don't just go. Remember that this is something that is held in reverence and held in sacred in our heart. And this is something that's not just a play toy. It's something that is completely for your evolution and the evolution of our spiritual growth, in my opinion. Like I said, in my opinion, this is all in my opinion. So I think that is all I got for you guys. Like I said again, happy holidays. I know it's a big day for a lot of you, and I hope it's beautiful and filled with joy. And if you get to come to ceremony Sunday, I'm telling you that the holiday season is not over until the ceremony happens, because the space, the setting is going to be so beautiful and different than our other ones because of the holiday season. So it's sort of special. That setting will be so perfection. So I would definitely suggest that you register for that. It doesn't cost anything, pretty sure. So yeah, that is it. Thank you for being here, and we'll see y'all next week.